So our first one is one of the Little Rock Nine, okay? Minnie Jean Brown Tricky. So Minnie Jean Brown Tricky writes, "Hi, Crystal. What can I do if I'm genuinely terrified of having kids?" Oh, sister. I have a sibling who went through some mental health issues, and it was the worst time of my life. I also have seen a few of my cousins of mine abuse drugs and end up in horrible situations. I think my parents were pretty great parents, but my siblings still had mental health issues. I see kids and babies now, and I think they're cute, but realistically, I'm thinking, what if they grow up to have such severe issues that they do drugs and end up homeless on the street or taking their own lives? I know this might sound so crazy, but this has been a genuine concern for the past 12 years. Thanks, Minnie Jean Brown Tricky.
Well, all those names that I'm not going to repeat.
Just say Minnie Jean. There you go.
Well, I mean, I hate to be extremely obvious, but the number one thing you can do is just not have them.
Yeah.
Like, if you're that scared, you could just opt out. You weren't born being a parent. You don't have to do that. If you're genuinely terrified, like you quite literally said you were, of having kids. But beyond that, because it sounds like you really want them, and that's why the conflict is coming in. The thing about children is that they're just young humans. And so you're rolling the dice when you decide to have them. You don't know what you're going to get.
Nope.
That kid could be anything. Autistic, disabled, a genius, an asshole. You might get a sociopath. You might get somebody with mental health issues. You are probably going to get a very sweet, kind, charming little person. But people come with all sorts of things going on with them. And so even if you did have really great parents, well, first of all, siblings often have a different experience of their parents. So maybe your experience wasn't the same as your siblings. But even if y'all had the number one top flight A1 parents in the world, some people just have mental health issues. Sometimes you're born with it. Sometimes other things happen to you. And so I would say if you feel like, oh God, if I had a kid with severe mental health issues, I feel like I wouldn't be able to cope with that. I would just shut down, or that's something I just absolutely don't want to deal with. Nobody's going to give you a guarantee. Like, there's not one thing you can do as a parent to make sure that your kid never struggles in that way. What do you think, Mama Jade?
Ooh, I was like, well, is this one of my relatives writing this email? That's crazy. If I may be fully transparent, my father and my uncle were raised in the same house. Same mother, same father. My father is one of my favorite people on the planet, and my uncle is on crack.
A lot going on with your uncle.
Yeah, among many other things. And it does come from mental health issues as a child as well, if I'm being, all the way live with it. So I agree with you. You can't control what happens with your kids. As a person who has a human child, I'm saying that specifically because Lainey's in the room
here,
too.
Yeah.
I was really, really scared to have a kid. I was really scared. I was scared to get pregnant. So I'd never been pregnant before I got pregnant. Right. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't want none of you niggas
I remember you saying this.
What comes out of me. And also, I wasn't really hype about, I wasn't pressed to be a mother. And then when it happened organically, it happened for me. Like when my body felt safe, shut up, Crystal. When my body felt safe.
Organically.
Yeah, it happened organically.
Well,
yes.
yeah, girl.
Biblically, actually, is how it happened.
Well, we don't have to bring Jesus into it.
No, I just wanted to be a little phobic for a second. So... I'm kidding, guys.
Oh, my God.
But I was genuinely terrified of having a child for multiple reasons. Yeah. For the physical pain, for what I could not control as far as how their personality will come out. Yeah. Having grown up in that environment with family members like that. Right. And you know what? She's a star child. You know what I'm saying? And she got some quirks to her, too.
She's
and
human.
There's things we're working out. One of those eyes just started going wonky. Did you know that can happen later on?
Yeah.
So I got her in vision therapy. This nigga costs so much money for her dance. But
please don't get me started with her dance. The point shoes
and now
alone.
She's on point. I was like, oh, so many fees. So I say all that to say it was such a blessing. And don't don't let the fear lead you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the fear fully lead you. I think all of your concerns are very valid. And also, you know, I didn't see anything else in here about everything just felt like doom and gloom.
Right.
So
there's actually great things about having kids.
Yeah,
Quiet
beautiful
as it's kept.
things. Yeah. First of all, they're some of the funniest niggas you'll ever
Hilarious.
come in. Funny. Like Noah talks about me being white every day. Every day. Every day. She makes me laugh. and I'm really grateful for her. And she's been my biggest lesson. That's the thing too. She has been my greatest teacher and my greatest lesson in this life.
Yeah.
And my biggest challenge as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
see
saying?
That. Yeah, because she's a little you.
Ooh, but like water. Oof.
A Virgo mom with a Cancer baby.
Ooh. Tricky, you God.
God, you're so funny.
You're so tricky.
God's like, you kind of did that on your own, but yeah, sure.
But I hope, Minnie Jean, that was somewhat helpful.
Yes, I mean, I fully agree with what you said. Kids and babies are cute, and they are funny. Mandisa, the makeup artist, her son just came in, and he was like, I heard a dog. And I said, oh, yeah, you know, my baby's here, but she's not feeling too well. And he looked at her and said, yeah, she looks sick and sad. And then just walked out. I said, okay.
Oh, okay.
He said, yeah, she do look kind of terrible. I see what you mean. You get that sort of joy with kids.
You do.
All the time. Like, I don't want to raise any, but I love the children in my life. They are so funny. When they get on their group FaceTime shit and they start talking about what the hell ever, and they sharing TikToks and trying to see, Mandisa's kid was in here trying to see who could do the most push-ups and shit. Like,
damn, I was late.
They're just fun.
They are. They're a good time.
They are. So if you really want to have children, you feel like you're in a space mentally, emotionally, physically to have them, I would say don't let the fear that they might have a mental illness deter you, but be prepared to support them if that's the case, the same way you would if anything else happened, because anything can happen with these kids.
Yeah.
And what you have one day may not be what you have the next, or even in the next 5 minutes. So, yeah, I think.
Yeah. That just sparked a little thing, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, please.
Where I've been seeing some videos online of parents who are raising like severely autistic children, right?
Oh, yeah.
Some nonverbal, etc. And a lot of them handle it beautifully, but I have seen also some very honest people on there who are like, yo, this shit is hard. And I never thought my life would turn out this way.
Right.
And of course, people's first reaction is be like, God damn, what's wrong with you? But also, that shit is hard.
No, I fully get it.
And I think when you're considering having children, I do want you to zoom out and consider every aspect of it without it being fully negative, because there are beautiful aspects, but also make sure you do consider and you are ready for whatever could come your way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't need to do it.
And that's why this is controversial amongst some people. But when genetic testing is done in utero and they say, oh, your baby might have this or that, and people decide to terminate the pregnancy, I see no issue with that. If you know now that that's not something, it's not even just about the mental toll it will take on you or how much work it will be. It's also a huge cost associated with having kids who have certain issues going on. I'm not advocating for, to be, no neurodivergent kids or whatever. I would never say that. But, when kids have severe issues like that and you have trouble keeping them in daycare, trouble keeping them in school, you can't ever find a babysitter because the kids like so to run off or stuff like that. That is an extreme. I've seen some of those same videos on TikTok, and my heart just goes out to these parents, because it's mostly mothers doing it by themselves. And then if you have another kid on top of that, please. It's so hard to hold down a job. But see, now we're getting back into what's hard about kids.
I mean, because you got to weigh all the sides to it, though.
You really got to think about it. Yeah.
I just don't want Minnie Jean to go into it and be like, oh, what if my kid's a crackhead? I can't do this because they might be a crackhead. And I'm like, they might, but they also might be like, a math teacher. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think the odds are better that your kid's going to be like a construction worker who has a pretty nice life, a spouse and a couple of kids. And
I wish my kid was a construction worker.
Listen, I'm actually plotting on a construction worker right now. Because what you mean, free
on
home repair?
Construction worker too. We need that in the family.
I need that. I'm thinking, what all in my home can be upgraded?
Because what's yours is mine, sister.
And Jay said, and when that nigga done, send them my way.
Okay, I got some hanging shelves that need to be mounted.
Jay gonna be like, is your man free? Because I do need an aquarium.
Yeah. I have a list of tasks.
I'd also like a greenhouse for all of my plants. Anyway, I hope we've given you some things to consider here. Norma Jean?
Minnie Jean.
Minnie Jean. Thank you for your contributions to Black history. And we're wishing you the best of luck, regardless of what you decide to do.
Absolutely.
All right, Jade, who's next?